then what I found to be the most comforting, I didn't want to go to any bereavement groups because I just didn't want to be with other people that were sad. I'm like, I'm sad enough. I can't be with more people that are sad. I can't do this. I can't. So what do I do? Then I found myself, even for me, which is it's crazy to think because I'm out there so much between work and socializing, I really started to isolate a bit. And although some of that is important, I think it's one of the worst things that someone can do when they're experiencing a tragedy or a loss, because it becomes very dangerous. You know, you fall prey to depression. We need each other. We need the energy. We need the hugs. We need the human contact. And more than anything else, we need someone that understands us, understands the process we're going through. It normalizes us because you don't feel yourself, because no one's familiar with what it feels like to go through a loss until you do. My prayers were answered, as they always were, and I guess it was about 6 months after my husband had passed away. I was invited to join a group of women that were coming together. It was Becky Aikman was the author of the book Saturday Night Widows. How it started was she did not want to be involved in the bereavement groups because she had a very bad experience, and she said, we have to do this better. And so she interviewed several women. She picked 5 of them, and for 3 years we formed this friendship. We met once a month for the first year. We went out together. We had we did all different community events together, but it was in this group of ladies that I thought, wow, this is what you need. You need friends who understand what you've gone through, and it became, I think, the staple of my healing process during those first 2 years, and they all reported the same thing. 3 years later, the book came out, published, Saturday Night Widows, the story of 6 friends recreating their lives, and that was born. And it was fabulous, and the response from everyone saying, oh my gosh, the book helped so much, and how do you make these groups, and how do you do this, and how do you do that? And I was able to meet a lot of people and speak with a lot of people, and I thought, okay, this is what I need to do next. I want to create a company that will not only help widows, but anyone experiencing loss, because there's a common denominator when you experience loss, whether it be loss of a spouse, loss of a child, loss of your home or your job, tragedy. And then I had several friends of mine who were divorced say, well, this is a huge loss too, and we never, we had to, how did they say, it's almost the same, isn't it? And I thought, give me a minute to think about that. And what is the same is, through a divorce, you lose your identity. You were part of this family, and now you're not. You feel isolated, you feel depressed, so there's so many similar aspects there that I thought, yes, okay. So what I decided to do was, with all of this information, and I thought, okay, we're going to make loss in general be the theme of this new business, this new creation, and indeed